Hi everybody. I know that in the Ohio Renaissance Festival video, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, do, the uh restaurant review next. Well, guess what, children? That didn't happen. I obviously got to talking about, you know, Bobby Mackey's and everything because I just happened to remember I forgot to take care of that, earlier. Um, so, you know, I took care of it, whatever. It's all fine and great. But the thing is, now I'm going to talk about that restaurant review. Well, and I mentioned this in the Ohio Renaissance Festival video. Tony, Dave, and I ate at Cracker Barrel on the way up to the Ohio Renaissance Festival. And we ate at the Cracker Barrel on Fields-Ertel Road in Cincinnati. It's right off of 71. We really enjoyed our food. Tony and I split some biscuits and gravy, and then we also had like ham, bacon, sausage, scrambled eggs. I think Tony even had pancakes. And of course, like I mentioned in the Renaissance Festival video, had like a cup and like a couple of sips of another one. And we were just like we had like a big old meal. You know, Tony and I did. And Dave, had whatever he had, and we were all drinking coffee, sitting there like, I mean, we were the night of the living dead. We were just like so, because as I mentioned in the Ohio Renaissance Festival video, I had maybe like 3 hours of sleep that morning, and it was just one of those dysfunctional days, where we had to have some coffee or we were going to be asleep at the festival. The waitress was great. I mean, I have to brag on her. She was very, very nice. And the funniest part of it is, like, they seated us, and it started off being one waitress, and then it ended up being another. I didn't care. I was just not awake yet. I could have gotten waited on by Pope Francis, and I would have been like, whatever, Not saying that Pope Francis was go wait on tables at a Cracker Barrel in Fields-Ertel in Cincinnati, but yeah, I mean, I was just not with it that morning. That could have happened, and I'd have been like, whatever. But anyway, I do really have to brag on the restaurant because one thing that did happen is Tony's buddy Dave had wore a hat to the Cracker Barrel, and as I said, we were going to the Ohio Renaissance Festival this day. Dave is silly. He accidentally left his hat there at Cracker Barrel. I happen to have gotten the address for the Cracker Barrel onto my GPS on my phone, so I just also happen to have the phone number for the restaurant on my phone. And I provided Dave with the number, so he called the restaurant and said, hey, did I leave my hat there? And they're like, yeah. And he told them apparently what it was looked like and stuff. And we drove back down to the Cracker Barrel after the festival, and he picked up his hat and stuff. And they were totally cool about it, he said, which is great. Because, I mean, it could have been worse. It could have, like, dropped it on the ground outside or something. But anyway, I just wanted to brag on the Fields-Ertel Cracker Barrel. I mean, even the waitress, even though, it started off with one waitress waiting on us, and then it ended up being a second one waiting on us. I was like, whatever. I was just so, as I mentioned in the Ohio Renaissance Festival video, I was just deadheading it at that point. I had to have cups of coffee just to be halfway awake to where I wasn't dragging butt that morning. But yeah, I do really, highly recommend eating there if you happen to be on 71 and you happen to be hungry. Alright? But anyway, I'm going to pause here and do the last video, and then, for tonight. And then, I'll talk to you guys shortly, okay? Hang on.